Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning back in. Glad you made it. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about discipline. Discipline is another one of those most important skills that you will have to learn throughout your life, especially as men. You use discipline for just about everything. If you have no discipline, you're not going to make it far in life. So, we're going to break things down. Why is discipline so important? And how can we improve discipline? Alright, so the reason why discipline is so important is because if you don't have discipline, you're not going to have control over yourself. Being able to progress in life, whether through job, relationships, mental health, physicality, all of these things really matter. But they start with discipline. Discipline of the mind and then discipline of the body. So pay very close attention to your body. Like I was saying earlier, if you have no discipline, you have no self-control. You're going to live off of your impulses. And that is no way to live, not for any man, not at all. A lot of the reason why so many guys get hemmed up in college is because they were sleeping around with the wrong chick. And she had an epiphany the next morning and decided to ruin your life for whatever reason. A lot of guys wake up the next morning and their pee-pee burns. That's not good either. A lot of guys get into drug addictions because of lack of discipline. A lot of guys get into alcohol abuse because of lack of discipline. You see, there's a pattern here. The pattern here is there's no control over yourself to be able to tell yourself no, especially when it doesn't benefit you. But to stay on the things that do benefit you. These things ultimately improve your life. Though they may suck, ultimately they're going to improve your life. If you're eating healthily, sometimes that shit sucks. Especially when you're wanting a burger. I'm craving a burger right now, but I'm on this 30-day challenge, so stay on point. You look at the legends that have made themselves great, right? I mentioned Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit ago, and he's a really good example. One, because he had such a discipline to become an icon, a fitness icon, a movie icon, and he also served as governor. On the other side of that, he decided to not have any discipline with his boy downstairs and cheated on his wife. So, at least he got a kid out of it. So, that kid's doing a lot better than the one that he had with his ex-wife. There is that. Now you can see the difference in discipline. He had such discipline to make him great, and he lost discipline. That hurt his life. I believe because of that divorce, he stepped down as mayor. They even removed some of his statues. Because I believe this is also during the movement. So this is why this matters, and I hammer on it so much. Have discipline. Just because she spreads your legs open and you haven't had it in a while doesn't mean that you can lose yourself, go all fucking monkey brain, and lose your bananas. You cannot go bananas, okay? Monkey does like banana, but monkey does not like poison banana, okay? Simple enough. So always constantly improve on that discipline. Now, before we go into ways on improving your discipline, I want to go ahead and give you guys some personal stories, what I've learned, and hopefully some information that you guys can take with you that you can apply into your own lives. So, adult entertainment. We all know that men struggle with adult entertainment, and I'm one of them. I've been struggling with it for years. I was first exposed to it at the age of 12 and addicted to it from a very early age, and still addicted to it. I hate to admit it, but I'm not perfect, and honestly, I really don't care what people have to say about me. I am who I am. I'm trying to work on it, but more on that in a bit. Because I was so addicted to it, I would stray from my ex-wife. I was in one of those nearly sexless marriages, which kind of propelled me into it, and it also didn't really help that she didn't care if I was watching it or not. A lot of the time she was actually telling me to go watch it to satisfy myself, which does the exact opposite. But this is also when I was weak. I was weak-minded and weak physically. It's really understandable why she wouldn't want to be involved with that. I was overweight. I let everything affect me psychologically and emotionally. It just wasn't viable for a relationship. Not at all. I needed a lot of work to do to myself. And because of that, it's also created a bunch of emotional problems, as I've explained. I would lose my temper. I would become very emotional at times. That made things so much worse. Because as a man, I know that I'm supposed to be calm and collected and movable no matter what. I was not that at all. A lot of the times, I was more emotional than she was. You shouldn't do that at all. Because it didn't take too long at all for everything to fall apart. I looked for vices to escape the pain. Again, lack of discipline. I've tried to find solace at the bottom of a bottle. I've tried to find happiness at the end of a roach. But here's the thing I didn't recognize at the time. It was all in here. This is what I needed to change. Myself. Discipline was a big factor of that. I began to learn that. Well, after moving from woman to woman. Lack of discipline with my dick, too. There's a couple of times where I could have caught some STDs. Wasn't being careful. Was not being careful at all. Just, put this here. There were quite a few times where I would lose control and I would put myself in harmful situations. I could have caught some serious STDs from that and had a scare a couple of times. I really began to learn my lesson. I've seen friends in my life, close friends in my life, who have nearly faced prison sentences for lack of discipline. There are very real consequences that can come from lack of discipline. And there are also incredibly joyful benefits, achievements that you can accomplish with discipline. Take this phrase with you, guys. Take this with you. A wise man learns from others' mistakes. A smart man learns from his mistakes, and a fool never learns his mistakes. This is going to help you throughout your life tremendously. Now, because I moved from woman to woman, I began to learn more about myself. What I learned is that I didn't trust myself. I always trusted everyone else, but I didn't trust myself. I was relying on someone else for anything. I was trusting other people instead of trusting myself. So I fixed that real quick. I had a really tough conversation. It was really, really hard. Why don't I trust myself? Why don't I have the confidence to stand tall and make these decisions with 100% confidence in my own abilities? Why am I second guessing myself? Why does it seem I do something and then I just quit after? And again, because I never trusted myself. So I changed that. It's because I hated myself. Because of all the things that had happened to me. My vision was only narrowed on the negative in my life instead of the positive. For whatever reason, I couldn't focus on the good things that I had done that would build that trust. I was only focused on the things that I had failed on. Remember what I told you about failure. It's only a concept. True success is getting back up, trying just one more time. So that's something that I've always relied on, is always getting back up and going and pushing no matter what. And that right there, that is what built my trust in myself. Love for myself came from that. I'll keep pushing no matter what. I started talking to myself positively. Look, you might have messed up this time, but let's try harder next time. Let's go even longer. Keep going. In my adult life, I've went 2 months without adult entertainment, and that was in basic. So if I can do that, I can do it again. I worked out when I was in Korea, and I lost 30 pounds in 4 months. So I can do it again. Like a phoenix, I'll rise from my ashes, and I'll burn brighter than what I did before. Change in mindset, guys. That's the power of discipline. You become immovable. No matter what's in front of you, you stand tall and you stand confident. Nothing can sway you. That's true discipline. Not just in front of women. It's every aspect of your life. Work, friends, family, everything. You must have discipline in every aspect. I would like to say that you cannot lose frame, but there are going to be times that you will. It's understandable. We're human. We have good days, we have bad days. But listen, boys, if you're going to lose frame, let it be in front of other men that you respect. Don't ever let it be in front of your family, especially your woman. Absolutely not. And discipline really matters, especially when it comes to family and intimate relationships. Because you understand that women especially, but your family also, they see you in a particular way that you cannot break. Because that disrespect will seep in. And it'll only keep growing if you keep lacking that discipline. You have to build that discipline within yourself to provide a direction for your family, your woman, your kids. You also have to have that discipline within yourself to be able to set that example and maintain that example no matter what. Starting is hard, but maintaining is even harder. So you got to keep working on it. Again, that's when the boys come in handy. So it's critical that we know why discipline is so important in a man's life. And now we also know how we can build that discipline. Again, I'll hit on this again. Trust yourself. Be confident and 100% confident in your decisions. Appreciate yourself. Look for the good in yourself. Don't trust anyone else but you. You're the only one that's with you 24/7, and you're the only one that really suffers your consequences. You build back if you lose frame, yes, but it's going to take twice as much work as it did before. So make sure you keep that in mind. Have those good group of boys around, your brothers, so that if you do lose frame, it's with them and they can point you in the right direction. And most importantly, continue to work on this, improve it, and maintain it. Your family relies on you. Your woman, your kids, they rely on you. Your nation relies on you. Almost every single video I talk about, I tell you guys that men are the foundation of everything. The family, the nation, the community. You're the example, so implement it and maintain it. If you guys happen to have any experiences that you would like to share, please do below in the comment section. I love to hear from you guys. I love hearing your stories. You guys are rock stars, man. You guys have been through it and still come out on top. You guys are what motivates me to do what I do. And hopefully I'm giving that back to you guys. So I appreciate you guys for everything that you're doing. You guys are killing it. That being said, take care of yourselves, okay? Both mind and body. Take care of each other. Let's come together and lift each other up, benefit each other, push each other forward to do better, to be better men. If there's anything you would like me to talk about specifically, please let me know. You can email me or put it down in the comment section. I take a look at them. I reply to them. So it's not going to be long before I cover something. There's a lot more content coming, so make sure you stay subscribed, stay up to date with all the new videos. That being said, appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.